Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract money, opportunity, and success like a magnet, while others work all day and never seem to move forward? The answer is not luck. It's mindset, it's energy, it's how you see risk, and it's how you act when everyone else hesitates. No one proves that better than Elon Musk, a man who started with nothing but big dreams and turned himself into one of the richest people alive. But here's the twist most people miss. He never set out to get rich. He set out to build. And money chased him because value always follows vision. Let's go deep into the way Elon Musk thinks, because once you understand his relationship with money, risk, and action, your entire idea of wealth will shift forever. Elon Musk wasn't born into a financial empire. He grew up in South Africa, reading science fiction books, coding video games, and dreaming about Mars. When most kids were chasing comfort, Musk was chasing possibilities. That's the first pattern of wealth and curiosity. People who become wealthy ask, what if? Long before they ask how much, they chase answers, not rewards. Musk sold his first software for a few $100s as a kid. He could have spent that on something small, but he didn't. He learned the joy of creating something that people actually pay for. That simple transaction, exchanging creativity for money, changed his brain forever. That's the seed moment every entrepreneur needs. The moment you realize that money doesn't come from effort alone, it comes from solving problems that matter. Fast forward a few years. He moves to America, breaks, sleeping on a couch, coding late nights. He builds Zip2, an early version of online maps and directories, before Google Maps existed. Investors doubted him. Competitors laughed. But Musk didn't care about approval, he cared about direction. He focused on making something useful. When Zip2 sold, he made millions. Most people would have stopped there, not him. He rolled it all into his next project, X.com, which later became PayPal. Now pay attention to what happens next. When eBay bought PayPal, Musk walked away with $180 million. That was life-changing money, enough for a lifetime of yachts, cars, and vacations. But what did he do? He bet it all again. He poured $100 million into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, and $10 million into Solar City. He literally left himself borrowing money for rent. That's not insanity. That's vision combined with conviction. He understood that money loses meaning if it isn't building something bigger. Most people chase comfort. Musk chases consequence. He doesn't ask, is this safe? He asks, is this meaningful? That single difference separates people who play small from people who change history. But let's be honest, it's easy to talk about risk when you're already rich, right? The truth is, Musk's biggest bets came long before he had billions. The courage started small. He was already risking sleep, time, and reputation when nobody cared who he was. Risk tolerance is built like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. Musk trained his to lift mountains. He once said, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. That's his code. And it's the opposite of how the average person thinks. Most people wait for certainty before moving. Musk moves and creates certainty along the way. He jumps, then builds the parachute midair. That's why he wins. When SpaceX failed 3 times in a row, he didn't give up. Each launch was millions of dollars exploding in the sky. But instead of quitting, he studied every mistake, fixed every error, and tried again. On the 4th attempt, it worked. And that single success saved the company, attracted NASA's trust, and rewrote aerospace history. The world saw a rocket. He saw proof that persistence pays. You see, success doesn't reward talent. It rewards stamina. Ask yourself right now, what dream did you abandon because it failed once or twice? Musk failed publicly, lost billions on paper, got mocked by media, but he stayed in the game. That's how wealth compounds, by staying in motion while others stop. Now, here's something powerful about how Musk treats money. To him, money isn't the goal, it's a tool to buy time, to buy freedom, to build the impossible. He once said, I don't want to be anyone's savior. I just want to think about the future and not be sad. Think about that. Most people think money will make them happy. Musk uses money to solve sadness. He uses it to build futures that excite him. That's deeper than luxury. That's purpose. And purpose is what creates energy. You can't fake passion and you can't sustain success without it. The reason he can work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, is because it doesn't feel like work. He's obsessed. When you find your obsession, energy replaces motivation. You no longer need pep talks. You just go. But let's get real for a second. Not everyone wants to build rockets or cars. Maybe your dream is financial independence, freedom from debt, or starting a small business. The principle is the same. Your money should serve your purpose, not your fear. Too many people are paralyzed by, what if I lose? They never ask, what if I win? That's how opportunities die, inside overthinking minds. Musk plays a different game. He focuses on the upside, manages the downside, and keeps moving. He knows something vital. Failure isn't final, it's feedback. Each mistake points the way to refinement. He calls it iteration. You try, fail, learn, and try again, faster each time. That's why SpaceX can now land rockets like clockwork, while others are still planning their first launch. He doesn't just think big, he thinks long. 10-year visions, 20-year goals. Meanwhile, most people can't focus for 20 minutes. Let's talk about another secret. Musk reads reality better than anyone. He spots inefficiencies and attacks them head on. He saw that cars pollute and oil runs out, so he built Tesla. He saw that rockets were insanely expensive, so he built reusable ones. He saw energy grids failing, so he created solar and battery solutions. Every company he builds solves a massive problem. That's the billionaire blueprint. Don't chase money, chase problems, solve big problems, and the money follows naturally. But how does this relate to you? Simple. Every one of us has the ability to spot problems around us, things that frustrate us, slow us down, waste time. If you find a solution, even a small one, that's your entry ticket. That's how you start the same cycle Musk started decades ago. You don't need billions to think like a billionaire. You just need the lens. Now, let's talk about mindset, the invisible engine behind it all. Musk sees obstacles as puzzles, not barriers. When the average person hits a wall, they stop. When Musk hits one, he drills through. That's because he's trained to love hard problems. He enjoys difficulty. That's a superpower. If you can fall in love with solving difficult things, you'll never be broke, because the world pays premium for people who make the hard look easy. Another thing that separates Musk is speed. He doesn't wait for permission, he executes. When most people are researching, he's testing. When they're doubting, he's building. That's why he's ahead. Speed compounds just like money. Every decision you delay costs opportunity. Action is interest on time. The faster you act, the more compound you earn in experience. Let's go deeper. Emotionally. Musk faces ridicule, lawsuits, and pressure that would crush most people. But he thrives on it because he detached his ego from outcomes. He doesn't tie self-worth to success or failure. That's something we all need to learn. Your worth isn't your net worth. You're not your mistakes and you're not your wins. You're your effort, your growth, your resilience. Once you internalize that, fear loses its grip. He once slept in the factory during Tesla's production chaos. Imagine that, Sapi. A billionaire sleeping on the floor to fix machines with his team. Why? Because leadership means leading from the front. That's why people follow him through chaos. He doesn't just demand excellence, he demonstrates it. And excellence, my friend, is magnetic. It attracts both talent and capital. Now let's talk about what people get wrong about Elon Musk. They think he's lucky, born genius, or just fearless. But the truth? He's disciplined, ruthlessly disciplined. He eliminates distractions like a laser. When he focuses on something, it consumes him. He cuts everything non-essential. That's why he achieves what others only imagine. The average person is spread across 10 things. Musk pours everything into one thing until it bends reality. He also understands leverage, not just financial leverage, but time leverage. He delegates what others can do and personally does what only he can do. High impact thinking, vision, and innovation. That's something anyone can apply. Don't waste your best energy on low-value tasks. Focus where you create the biggest difference. That's how wealth multiplies without burnout. Let's shift to how Musk views learning. He once said, "I read books and talk to people. I try to learn from anything that can teach me." He reverse engineers success. He studies physics to understand reality, engineering to build, psychology to lead, and economics to scale. He doesn't specialize, he integrates. That's how he connects dots no one else sees. You can do the same. Cross-disciplinary learning is the secret weapon of modern wealth. Read widely, think critically, act boldly. You might say, but Elon Musk has advantages I don't. Sure, maybe resources, but the mindset costs nothing. Curiosity, discipline, persistence, they're free. And if you practice them, the world eventually pays you back with compound rewards. Remember, Musk didn't have investors cheering him on at first. He had people laughing. Critics are proof you're early. If no one doubts you, you're not doing anything original. Now, let's talk about emotion and money. Most people treat money emotionally. They chase it when they're excited, they run from it when they're scared. Musk treats it logically. He doesn't celebrate profits, he reinvests them. He doesn't cry over losses, he studies them. That's why he's consistent in a world of chaos. You can do the same. Detach emotion, attach intention. The calmer you are with money, the more it obeys you. He also avoids one of humanity's biggest traps, lifestyle inflation. The more people earn, the more they spend. They chase symbols of success instead of substance. Musk keeps things minimal, not because he's cheap, but because clutter clouds clarity. His wealth isn't visible in luxury, it's visible in impact. He knows luxury without purpose becomes a cage. Simplicity keeps him agile. Now think about how you handle increases in income. Do you automatically upgrade everything, car, phone, lifestyle? Or do you upgrade your investments, your learning, your freedom? Musk reinvests in freedom. Freedom to explore Mars, build AI, power cities. You can reinvest in your own version. Freedom from debt, from toxic jobs, from scarcity. He also says something powerful. If something is important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure. That's his North Star. Most people want guarantees. Musk wants growth, because even if he fails forward, smarter, stronger, faster. That's the mindset that multiplies both money and meaning. Now imagine living like that, where fear doesn't stop you, where money doesn't control you, where every dollar has a mission. You don't need billions to start, you just need clarity. What's your Mars? What's your Tesla? What's the project that keeps you up at night because you know it matters? That's your starting line. People look at Elon Musk and say, he's extraordinary. But every extraordinary person started ordinary until they made a decision to go all in. That's the real takeaway. Wealth isn't built by talent alone. It's built by obsession, by grit, by staying in the game long enough to win. Let's close with this truth. Money rewards momentum. The universe rewards movement. Elon Musk never stops moving. He iterates faster than doubt can catch up. He knows that every failure is just unfinished success. So keep building, keep testing, keep learning. Treat your time as sacred, your focus as currency, and your money as a soldier on a mission. Because once you start thinking like that, you'll stop chasing money, and money will start chasing you.